Payback is literally a week away, and honestly, it leaves so many open questions on what's going to happen to a particular group that everybody knows about for those that actually has followed New Japan, and I am talking about the Bullet Club. At this point, I don't really know whether or not the WWE actually owns the licensing or a partial licensing of the name Bullet Club, but with all the t-shirts that you've seen, Bulletproof Balor Club and Balor Club, it's a possibility that Finn Balor might be leading the Bullet Club. But there's also another possibility that AJ Styles might be leading the Bullet Club and possibly double cross Roman Reigns at Payback. Now, the thing of it is this. We actually did see Anderson and Gallows make their debut on this past Raw, and of course, AJ Styles actually knows these guys from the time that he was in Japan. The same thing with Finn Balor. In my opinion, I would love to see these four huge players in the game get together and form the Bullet Club and not really have a particular theory that a lot of people are throwing out there. A lot of folks are believing that Roman Reigns is going to be the leader and he's going to screw AJ Styles and make AJ Styles babyface and turn him heel. Because let's be honest, Roman Reigns has not really had a good run when it comes to him being a babyface. It has been completely poor. Every attempt of making this guy a babyface has failed, and failed in epic proportions, especially at WrestleMania for the main event. He literally made Triple H look bad because of the overall boos that happened throughout the entire match, and you also had people leaving during the match. So we know that Roman Reigns is not a great draw when it comes to him being a babyface. But I think that it'll be a lot better for him if he goes heel, because not only will he be interesting, it will actually give people a reason to boo him. So for him to be the leader of the Bullet Club is fine for me. But then here's another rub. You have Balor Club t-shirts everywhere, and they have been selling these t-shirts for months. It is a huge possibility that Finn Balor might be the leader of the Bullet Club, or the Balor Club for WWE's version. The only problem is, for the house show that happened in this past week in Massachusetts, when Samoa Joe lost the belt, well, Samoa Joe gained the belt and took it from Finn Balor, and how we actually thought that Finn Balor injured his ankle, but a lot of people believe it's a work, that he actually came out and said, see you on Monday night. It's a possibility that he might be injured. It's a possibility that he won't be. With the injuries running rampant, we really don't know. And just because they advertise something doesn't mean it's legit. It's a possibility that they might not have it going because he could possibly be injured. So where can you go from there? Finn Balor, in my opinion, would be a decent leader, but I'm all for AJ Styles. AJ Styles has that really big, strong personality that can literally make people that you can probably convince. You'd be more convinced seeing him as a heel than you would be for Finn Balor, even though Finn Balor's character, one of his characters, is known as the Demon. But other than that, guys, my personal opinion about the Bullet Club and who's going to be running it, I really think that with all the advertisements, it's actually, that's just my dog, but with all the advertisements that's actually being put into place and these shirts being sold for months with the Balor Club on them, it's pointing to Finn Balor to be the head of the Balor Club. But I'm really hoping that it would be AJ Styles. Even though it would help Roman Reigns and his heel push, but do you really believe that Vince is going to turn, you really believe that he's going to turn him heel? I'm not seeing it. He put far too much investment into Roman Reigns as a babyface to turn him heel now, even though it's a great setup for him to be heel, and it actually gives legit reason for Roman Reigns to be heel. So it will pretty much put Roman Reigns in a decent spot if they actually make him the hardcore heel of the Balor Club and make him run it, or just make one big huge, and make one big huge faction with having Roman Reigns, AJ Styles, Anderson and Gallows, and also Finn Balor in the Balor Club, well, in the Bullet Club. But, and I think I'm confusing myself here, but then here's another rub that got thrown into the mix. We have a potential Shield reunion. If it's it's a huge rumor that Seth Rollins might be making a return at one of the pay-per-views, whether it be Extreme Rules or whether it be Payback. It is a huge rumor that the Shield is going to reunite and they're going to go against the Bullet Club. or the Balor Club, whatever the heck they're going to name them. But at this point, it seems like they are actually going to make these factions real. But here's the problem with that. And there's another problem with this. Dean Ambrose don't need it. He does not need to rejoin a group. He is doing very well on his own in a singles push. Having the Shield reunite and come back together is kind of like the same equivalent of bringing back a popular boy band, such as NSYNC. We know that Justin Timberlake is doing great on his own. Why in the world would he pair it with the other guys? He has no reason to, but just to benefit the other guys. But the thing is that Seth Rollins was doing fine on his own as a heel, and then you had Dean Ambrose doing fine on his own as a, in my opinion, I consider him as an anti-hero, but people consider him as a tweener babyface. But other than that, he was doing great on his own in that singles push. He does not necessarily need to join a group. Roman Reigns needs it, but the other two don't. It won't benefit them at all. And people are still going to boo Roman Reigns. It's not going to change anything. So having the Shield reunite to face the Balor Club or the Bullet Club or whatever the heck they're going to name them makes no sense. It won't benefit the group as a whole because no one likes Roman Reigns except for little kids and soccer moms. That's it. So honestly, turning Roman Reigns heel and having him join the Bullet Club and being the leader and making him a hardcore fighter or a hardcore heel, I'll be fine with that because he'll actually be owning the role of being a heel. And it'll be legit for him because people will actually believe it. But other than that, guys, those are my thoughts. I really believe that Roman Reigns should run it because it may benefit him. But then I see AJ Styles as being more of a convincing leader. And then you also have Finn Balor, which is more of a fearless leader. Well, then you also have AJ Styles, who is fearless as well. But AJ and Finn Balor, fearless leaders, they'll be great. But then as for a character that will benefit more from it, would definitely be Roman Reigns. But guys, I want to hear your thoughts about this. Who do you think should run the Bullet Club or I don't know. Let's just say Bullet Club for now. Who do you think should be running the Bullet Club? Do you think it should be AJ Styles? Do you think it should be Finn Balor? Or do you think that Roman Reigns would benefit more from it than the other two? I'm curious to hear y'all's thoughts on this. Leave a comment in the comment section below or send a video response. Because guys, the Go Home show of Raw is going to be tomorrow. And then this whole week, we got one more week until Sunday, May the 1st, and that is when we're going to find out really what's going to be going on. But guys, those are my thoughts. This is Nature Girl 30 signing off. Peace out. Later.